All right, today we're going to break down a really powerful concept from the Roadmap to Wealth material. It's called the Trinity of Wealth. And trust me, it completely flips the script on what it means to live a truly rich life. So let's dive right in.
Think about it for a second. When I say the word wealth, what's the very first thing that pops into your head? For almost everyone, it's cash, right? Bank accounts, investments, all that stuff. But what if that's just scratching the surface? What if that's only one small piece of a much bigger, much more meaningful puzzle? So in this explainer, we're going to unpack a framework that gives us a more complete and, honestly, a way more powerful definition of wealth. This isn't just about getting rich. It's about building a life that feels abundant in every single way. Okay, but before we can get to that big picture, we got to nail down the basics. Look, any journey, especially a financial one, always starts with two things you absolutely have to know: where you are right now and where you're trying to go.
It sounds so obvious, doesn't it? But you'd be surprised how many people skip this step. You have to get brutally honest about your numbers, your income, your debts, your savings. The source material puts it perfectly. You can't get to Mombasa if you don't even know if you're in Nairobi or Kisumu. The bottom line is, you gotta know your starting point. No more guessing.
So once you know where you are, you need a destination. And here's the thing: I want to be rich is not a destination. That's a daydream. Real, actual progress comes from goals that are specific and measurable. Something like, I'm going to save $5,000 this year. See the difference? You're swapping a fuzzy wish for a concrete plan of attack.
All right, so with those fundamentals covered, let's get to the main event, the Trinity of Wealth. This whole idea is built on three essential pillars that work together to create a life of real abundance. And you know what? The first one might not be what you're expecting.
That's right. Pillar number one is relationships. The people you choose to surround yourself with, your friends, your family, your mentors, they are the literal foundation of your wealth. They influence how you think, the habits you build, and even the opportunities that come your way.
And I love this quote because it just nails it. It's not about just having people around. It's about having people who are like rocket fuel for your life. You know the ones? They inspire you, they challenge you, they genuinely want to see you win, they push you forward.
And this chart here really shows the two sides of that coin. Your circle is made up of energy givers and energy takers. Givers build you up. Takers, well, they just drain you with negativity and gossip. So the message is simple. Make a conscious choice to spend your time with people who fill up your tank, not the ones who empty it.
Okay, moving on to the second pillar, which builds right on top of the first one, health. And we're talking about the whole package here, your physical well-being and your mental clarity. This is the engine that powers everything else you do.
I mean, this quote says it all, doesn't it? You could build a massive financial empire, but what good is it if you're too sick or stressed out to actually enjoy it? Your health gives you the energy to